Hello, everybody, and welcome to Naturally Kim's Knitting. I'm Kim, and this is my podcast where Casper and I try to keep you entertained while talking about my knitting, spinning, craftiness, and all things related to it, including some family stuff because I just love to talk about my family. Right now, it's my dog, my father in law, and my husband, and Heather, who live here with us. I put Heather at the end like that because Heather is not very social with me. So, yeah, I see. And please excuse me. As usual, Casper is going to want to play with me during podcast time. Anyways, I do all that knitting and spinning and all that right here in my home outside of Lima, Ohio. Today, sorry, today is August 27th, 2024, and this is episode 323. You can find me online on YouTube, Blogger, Facebook, and WordPress at Naturally Kim's Knitting. And on did I miss something? Oh, on Ravelry, you can find me as Napier's Knits and Naturally Kim's Knitting podcast group, which is where this goes, and we can talk to each other, and you can enter drawings and all kinds of things. And then on Instagram, I'm knitting_Kim. Anyways, oh, by the way, that reminds me. So quite often I enter giveaways on Instagram. If any of you would ever like me to put your name down and you have an Instagram account, you could email me your Instagram name, and I'll be glad to add you to the list of names I put in. It's just fun. I have people do it to me, and I just love it. And so, anyways, I have to show you this. This is my Casper's favorite toy. When we first got him, every couple, I suppose every week or so, I would get him another toy out. I went on Amazon and I found this big thing of 17 puppy toys. That was the second toy I pulled out. And I only limit him to so many toys right now, and I put the rest of them in the closet because we were doing BarkBox for a while, and BarkBox is over, but now we have all these toys. So whenever, like today, whenever I have a delivery, I had two of them today. I will sneak one of his toys that he's playing with right now. Never the favorite toy. And I'll put it in the box of toys I have at the bottom, and I'll let him pick another toy. I love this because I got these socks because I love them. But I would Casper follows me everywhere, including in the bathroom, whether I want him to or not. So I have to give him something to keep him entertained. So while I was in there, I had these fun little zebra slippers, and they're very comfy. He loves them. He loves. So today he picked these out of the toy box. What else did you pick? Because I had two deliveries. Oh, it was a BarkBox toy. So, yeah. So, anyways, that's neither here nor there. Now, I am an affiliate with Michaels and Knitpicks. All that means is if you were to decide to buy something from Michaels or Knitpicks, you would go on my you would go on my show notes, and over to the right hand side, I believe, are links. Some for Knitpicks, some for Michaels. All you do is copy and paste those, and it will take you to Knitpicks or Michael's site. And then if you purchase something, I just get a couple pennies from your order, which I then turn around and put into gift cards. So, with all that said, Michael's, oh my goodness, they always have so many things. And I know that they have things that some of you would be interested in, but, not every, I never know. So, if you are interested in looking around and seeing what they have a lot of going back to school things right now. They probably have Halloween things coming out. I didn't look in that area. Yeah, but I love Michaels. And I'll tell you a funny story about that in a little bit, but I love Michaels. Now, Nitpicks, right now, I think it's through tomorrow. I'm not sure. They're having 20% off Brava yarn. No code is needed. But then they're also having their Labor Day sale, which is 25% off site wide with the coupon code SAVE BIG. SAVEBIG. One word. Okay? Now, I'm going to get into a part where I have to talk about some changes because of some difficulties I had. So, I'll always have two craft alongs going on. One of them is just finished objects. You finish an object, you take a picture, and you post it on the I was gonna say Napier's Knits, Naturally Kids Knitting podcast on Ravelry, and find the right thread, post it. If there's a pattern name, please include it, and then you can be in for a drawing at, like right now we're going through the end of September, so October 1st I go in, I lock it, and I try to do it first thing in the morning. I lock it, and I do random number generator to find the winners, and there's always two that are chosen by random number generator. And by the way, I do have some of you who put many things in, which I love. Just realize you can only get one prize. Okay. Then I'll tell you about the prizes in a minute because they have changed. Then, right now, we are doing it's time to try something new. And that ends August 31st. I'll close it on September 1st. It can be a pattern, it could be a stitch, it could be a craft. Maybe you've never picked up a crochet needle, but you're doing it now. My granddaughter's crocheting now, so it's wonderful. Anyways, same thing as the other. In fact, you could put your object from this in with the finished objects also. Take a picture, post it under the correct thread, let me know if there's a pattern name, and you are entered. Now, okay, this is what has changed. You can pick from one of the following prizes. Any giftable pattern valued under $10, just one. That could be a prize. Nitpick's $10 gift card. That would be a prize. Now, I also offer, right from now on, Michael's, Joann's, and Hobby Lobby $10 gift cards. Now, these will not be e-cards. The last three, they have to be physical cards. Last month, I spent a good week, if not longer, talking. I love Michael's, don't get me wrong, but I was talking to different customer service people because when I purchase gift cards, I use my Discover card. They no longer take Discover card online to pay for gift cards. And so I went over to my Michael's store. I was going to hit Michael's, Joann's, and Hobby Lobby and just get a $10 card from each. But I was at Michael's, and bless their souls, I actually got two $10 gift cards, physical gift cards. And they went and they ran the cards through along with a couple other things I got. And then I paid for it. And then we realized that I paid for both cards, but one of the cards hadn't activated when she had ran it through. So I was there for an hour. So I had left my puppy at home, and I went and got my hair cut, and then I went to Joann's, and it was a rainy day and everything. And so I'd been gone for a while, and I never know how Casper's going to do when I'm gone. Right, puppy? I just never know. See this little innocent face here. Anyways, so it took it. Bless them. I had every girl in the store, I think, working on these Michael's gift cards. They finally figured out that they could void one of them and just run through another one, but somehow they were told how to do it. I don't work there, so you know. Let me tell you, I love that store though. I was lucky I didn't come away with a whole shopping cart full of yarn. So I'm going to do the not have the mess up, but the same thing at Joann's and Hobby Lobby's. There'll be physical gift cards because I'm not going through the hoopla of worrying about Michael's not taking my charge card. Because, like I said, I love Michael's. And I know this is inconvenient for some of you. The nitpicks will still be an e card. Okay? And of course, the giftable pattern, it gets sent to you um, through your email. So the big difference is you're going to have to, when you win, send me a message letting me know what your address is so I can send it to you. I don't care if you live in Australia or Timbuktu or wherever. I will mail them to you because, yeah. Otherwise, I have to quit doing the Michaels cards, and I don't want to do that. So, this is really, I haven't had to change too many things on my prices over the years. So, this is kind of nice. So, if you have any questions on that, I will try to bring the chat thread up to the top of my Ravelry. I was going to call it Revelry. Ravelry, Naturally Kim's Knitting Podcast. And you could address your questions there. Or at the end of the podcast, you could put something there. So, anyways, thank you all for understanding. I just can't, we only have one charge card. And when they don't take that, it does make it a little bit of a mess. My husband did ask, does that mean you're not going to shop at Michael's? I said, no, 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 no. Because these were accidental. I mean, the buying the cart online. They had just changed it. They didn't ask me, but they don't know. So, no, I still love Michael's. But I also love Joann's, and I also love Hobby Lobby's, and I also love Knit Picks. So you know. Okay, now I haven't shown my knitting for a while because usually I have been so busy baking zucchini things and freezing corn. Our green beans didn't do well at all this year, but we've had some peppers. Lots of. In the past, we've bought one zucchini plant. That's been plenty. For some reason, we end up buying 4. So I have 4 zucchini plants out there, and I know I could just not harvest, but that's wasteful. So I go ahead and harvest. I've been baking cookies and breads and bars and cakes and whatever else. Oh, and there's these imitation crab cakes. Delicious. That you could do with zucchini. Um, Sorry, I say boop whenever I throw things. I don't know why. So I've been so busy that I've not really, as you know, been able to do a good podcast. I still have zucchini to do, but it's so hot out today that just feels good to be in here. So, anyways, I'm going to show you what I've been knitting. And I have a couple things. So I have all the parts. I just don't know where they're all at. Let's see. Okay. So this is from Frankie's Knitted Stuff. I love that site. They just have the nicest little things to make. And they have this, if I get the picture, folded purse. Now these are free patterns because the person who originated this site is no longer with us. And Now I don't remember. I've had this pattern forever. I've donated to Frankie's to the website before because it seems like it goes to something. Does it say on it? I thought maybe it would. Anyway, so I wanted to make this little folded purse. So I've got the body of the purse done. And yeah, that's including a little buttonhole. Okay. Then you put this. Oh, underneath that, and that's where you attach the button to, is that little part. Then there's two sides. Uh-oh, I better not have lost one of the sides. Well, I'm making one of them with, and this is all in my homespun yard. I haven't. I thought I had all the parts. And Mainz is probably back in the bedroom. So this is one of the sides. Okay. So I'm hoping to get this done rather quickly. So yeah, then I have to put it all together. Hi, what you got? You got a nut. This is another one of his favorite toys. It came from that same bunch of toys. He loves that toy. I've also got a little Advent sock that I'm making for Elsie. I've got, I only need a couple more. Oh, this is funny. Anyways, I've only got a couple rows done. That's in the toe. So I'll be working on that some more. It seems like anymore at bedtime I've been working on the folded purse. Those aren't for you, darling. Yeah, I'm going to move them over here. Then I have Miss Elsie's temperature blanket. I had to start over because I could not remember why in the world I was using double strand of yarn throughout it. I still don't know because I love this the way it is. Now this started, she was born in 22, and this started September 1st of that year, and I'm working through each day. There's no date as to when this is going to be done. It's just, it's going to be done when it's done. For that, I am using impeccable yarn. Got this from Michael's. Oh, or was it Hobby Lobby? Not for sure. Anyways, I like that yarn for Afghan. It seems perfect. If you heard a ding for some reason, my Echo Dot is dinging at me. Oh, that, the other page for this must be back in the bedroom. I'm hoping to make a wrist. No, there it is. A wrist wallet too. So you can put your money in it. And that's going to be with homespun yarn also. It shouldn't be too tough. Oh, boop. Now, that's all my things that I'm working on right now. And if you remember the test pattern that I was working on for Robo and Kate's, just a minute. I made a pair of footies. Well, I wanted to make another pair of socks that were, you know, regular length. And I love this. It's using a mosaic stitch. So you don't change colors every row. You're only working with one color, but through slip stitches and everything. Isn't that gorgeous? And so I've got a pair. Those are for me. So yeah. Oh, I'm keeping him busy. Let's see. That's funny. I put down that I finished the folded purse. No, I haven't. So, let's see. What do I have to talk about? Quite a bit actually. I'm going out to California. Um, Molly has got a good job, and the kids are happy there. Of course, that's all they've ever known. So for right now, anyways, at least till Genevieve gets through 5th grade, we are they're gonna stay out there. Um, she's had the big tests out there before, and so she feels more comfortable than moving here and having to take the end of the year 5th grade test. So I said, that's okay, no problem. No, I didn't say that at first. At first, I said, oh, I'm gonna miss them. And as of this month, it's been 2 years since I've actually hugged my grandkids. And now my granddaughter is a tween. She's going to be 11 years old before I go out there. Hey, do you need to chill? Excuse me. When he uses his mouth, his teeth, he has to chill. So, yeah, this is what I do. Just for a little bit. Usually I count from 10 to 0. Anyways, and then if he's chilled, he can get back down. So, anyways, Randy went away a couple days for 2 nights earlier in July, I believe it was. No big deal. I figured, I've had to take care of a dog by myself before, and not this dog, though. Oh my goodness. The first night, he wasn't happy at all. He kept crying and all that. But the second night, or second day into that night, he paced in a circle. He was so anxious. I'm talking about the dog, not Randy, by the way. So I had told Randy this, and then he went away. These are food shows that he's going to. He went to another one that was just a one-nighter, and we were able to get through that without too much trauma. However, I have a feeling if he'd have been gone another night, this one wouldn't have done well. So we had talked about before this, when I go out there, we put him in a shelter. Well, after this, I said, or a kennel. I said, after this, we can't do that. I said, because he did not eat. He didn't go to the bathroom for 24 hours. And he paced in a circle. I said, and knowing that mom isn't there to comfort him, I'm afraid of how bad he could get. Oh, there you go. He's got a tug toy. So we decided to look into what it would take to travel on the airplane with a puppy. The nice thing is he's a little puppy. Or not puppy. He's a little dog. So looked it up. We're going United because they have, out of all the airlines that accept dogs, they have the biggest space underneath the seats because that's where you have to put him. So we're talking. We're going to be driving from here to Dayton, which is an hour. Then we'll be flying for 4 hours, changing airplanes, and then like flying for another hour or so. Now, me myself, because of my arthritis in my feet and everything, I usually use a cane to get to the first gate and get home from the last gate. That's not going to happen this time because I can use a cane, but I'm also going to have a puppy dog who's going to be wiggly. So he's supposed to see the doctor in October, so I'm going to see if we can see him, maybe a week earlier, and see if they can recommend anything that can help his anxiety. Because I have a feeling even if he sees me and he's in the carrier, he's still going to be anxious. Now, the carrier we have is a nice carrier. We're trying to get him used to it. So, like, we feed him his meals in there right now. But it's a really nice carrier. And it has a half zipper back here. It's supposed to be so that you can visit with your puppy. No, because he knows how to get out of it because he's that little. But of course, this is the big opening, and it has a nice cushion inside. And it has a shoulder strap, but for me, it's easier to just use this handle. And then, and this side has a pocket. But I like it has mesh there, mesh along the top all the way, mesh here, well, netting, mesh, whatever, and mesh here. So he can see out of every side. Um, I never saw that. This actually has a luggage tag on it. Anyways, oh, yeah, so this side has a little pocket. Well, not pocket, a zipper. He can't get out of this one. But I could reach my hand in and pet him if needs be. He can't get out of that one, like I said. So we've been trying to get him used to it little by little because he's not real happy with it. First time I put him in it, we just walked from the back door to the deck, 10, 15 feet. And, he didn't want to get in it. I had, oh, I had to put it on its end and then put him in face first. And I hated doing that, but he was able to work himself around and he still escaped. So, wasn't happy with that. Then I took him on a ride to the church because our church has a wonderful grassy area. And I thought, oh, great, he's going to love this. You know, he sat there the whole time and just stared at the van. So I had to walk him around it with the leash. I did have the leash on him, which when he has the leash on him, he does not want to walk with me anyways. So then Randy drove us a couple nights. One night we went to, I don't remember. I don't remember where we went that night. Oh, we went to a big park here where there's a lake and camping and everything. And it's like the end of the year. I think they close on Labor Day as far as the beach. They have a beach. So we took him there. There's several different areas. And we let him out. We walked him a little bit, let him sniff things, see that, when you put in the carrier, you get to go to fun places. The next day I had a migraine, so there was no way I was going to leave the house. So Randy took him, and he went to the same place but to a different area. And then, not last night, but the night before, we took him to a park in another little town close by. So he's seeing different places, and each trip is a little bit longer than the previous one. So, come Labor Day, my brother and my sister live about an hour away, maybe, yeah, about an hour. So, we're going to go down to my brother's and let him get out there. Keep him on the leash though, because I'm afraid that he would leave a little mess somewhere. So we're going to keep him on the leash and maybe even keep him outside some. So we're going to do that on Labor Day. And then Ian and Rachel have moved, and they asked us if we could please um, come and babysit the third Saturday or Sunday. I want to say Saturday, but I could be wrong. I think it's Saturday of every month, and so that we could be with Elsie for from like noon until 5. I said, "Oh, you don't have to ask me twice." Well, we decided we're going to take him with us because they have a nice yard in the back, and they let their dog out in the backyard, so we could take him out there and let him do his things when he needs to. What are you chewing, baby? He looks at me and stops chewing. I'm not chewing anything. What do you mean? Anyways, so then when we get to California, I'm going to keep him on a leash attached to me for at least the first few days till he realizes where the outdoors is and where he can go bathroom at. So it's a lot to do to take a puppy with you, and it is expensive. We had, because we wanted, just in case it wouldn't work out with him, we wanted refundable tickets. That costs extra. I need to have legroom. That costs extra. Then it costs extra just to take a dog with you. So originally, this trip was going to be probably my only time in life that was going to be able to go in first class. Let me tell you, or business class even. This trip, it costs as much as first class or business. to take the dog with us, to get non or to get refundable, to get. But it if we took off the price for the dog, it's still cheaper. His expense in it is still cheaper than putting him into a kennel while I was gone. Cause I'm going to be gone for like 10 days. No, 2.5 weeks. I think that was the other thing. You have to find a flight that they only allow 2 pets on a plane, unless they're a service animal. Service animals don't have to go under or all this, but they only allow 2 pets. And if you bring 2 pets, you have to pay for a seat for the second pet. We're not taking 2 pets, but still, um, planes only allow so many pets. So I had to go searching for a day and a flight that I that they had room for my dog, both there and coming back. So yeah, it's. I'm sorry. This is just this has been fun. So something else. Randy and I had our anniversary. It was our 45th anniversary. Um, our celebration wasn't the best because we took Ronald with us, of course, and Ronald got sick, and so he's afraid to go out of the house anymore to eat or anything, which is a shame because I think the fair started 2 days before our anniversary. And we always like to go, have fair food, walk around, see the exhibits. Couldn't do that. So I didn't make it to the fair this year. That's usually Randy's and my anniversary. But oh, but I told Randy that day, I told him, I said, I hurt so much already. I have days like that where I just hurt from neck to toes. If it's my head, then I have a migraine too. And I told him, I said, I don't think I'm going to go to the fair. Because if I go to the fair and I do all that walking, I then have the most horrendous, painful feet for at least, well, last time we did it, I was down for about a month. I mean, I could get up for little trips, but yeah. So I didn't make it to the fair, but we had our 45th anniversary. So yay. Um, this is just instant tea, by the way. What else is going on? Told you, told you about going to California. Told you about um. Oh, I don't know if I put it in front of my previous podcast. Genevieve takes dance classes, and I think her recital was July 22nd. Knew I couldn't be out there for that, which was just as well. Her dad came up, and her other grandma, and Jeremiah's sister, and no, it was just his sister, also came up. So she had plenty of people there to cheer her on and everything. Then on our anniversary, I think it could have been the day before. Molly wasn't sure. Tobias plays drums. He goes to the School of Rock, and he plays drums, and he is so good. And he had, like I said, he had his recital. It was either the day of our anniversary or the day before. Molly wasn't sure at the time. I talked to her. But then his next one is around Genevieve's birthday. Now, I don't go out there for Genevieve's birthday because I would then have to try to turn around and make it out in January for Tobias's. I can't do that. And so I miss hers by sometimes a week. I'm there over Molly's, and then I come home the following week after Molly's generally. So, it's one thing. She's my daughter. So, anyways, Tobias goes, Are you going to be here for my recital? I said, I don't know, sweetie. I said, Depends when it is. He goes, and this was right before our anniversary. He goes, It's next weekend. I said, Well, I know I can't make it to that one. I said, But depends when your next one is. I might be able to be there. So, it is funny, though, how they have changed. I'm sorry. I'm just talking so much. This is like my old podcast when I get talking and talking. Genevieve always was the one that would that would video chat with me, and I loved it. I still do when she wants to do it, but it's very seldom because she's now a tween, and so she's got some of the tween attitudes. So grandma talking to grandma and grandpa on you know video call, I guess isn't cool. That's okay because Tobias fills me in on everything because now he's the one that wants to talk all the time on the phone. He didn't care so much before, but now he just loves it. The only thing is he doesn't know how to say goodbye. So when he's ready, he goes, Genevieve, you want to talk to Grandma? And she says no. He'll say, Mom, you want to talk to Grandma? I said, Tobias, if you're done, we can hang up. He goes, oh, okay. Well, I love you, Grandma. I love my grandkids. I can't wait to see my little Elsie because she's going to be talking. Oh, I can't. We haven't seen her since Easter, and they don't video chat. So I don't get to see them. That's why when they said the third weekend of every month, could we come? I said you don't have to ask twice. We've not been able to go out there um, because it's a we would go out there, spend maybe an hour, hour and a half, and it's a long drive there and a long drive back. And they have tons of steps. They had tons of steps to get to their apartment. Ronald couldn't handle that. But now their new house only has a step or two to get into it. And we shouldn't need to go upstairs for anything. And so we're going to take him with us. They have a sofa he can lay out on if he wants to. And, he can nap during that time. So, yeah, and that way, if we do have to stop, we're going to take Casper with us too. But we don't want to take him out of the carrier too much. We will once or twice, but he needs to know he's going to go right back in it. Then when we get out to Ian and Rachel's, we're going to keep him on the leash. That way we know if he's planning on, if he's thinking about going to the bathroom. So, anyways, I'm sorry, guys. This is the length of two of my my more recent podcasts. Sorry about that. I just couldn't wait to talk with you guys and share things with you. And it's Tuesday, which Tuesday always is my best podcast day. So I think I've caught you up on everything. I think. So I think I'm going to get ready to say goodbye. I hope you guys all have a wonderful week. I hope all your craftiness is very successful and that you don't make any mistakes. But if you do, I hope they're little ones and they're easy to fix. Love you all. Big, big hugs. Take care. God bless. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.